You know, you're putting in that work. You're spending money, time, energy, effort. You're spending everything. But yet, I'm like, look, for this short period of time, you know, you do it right, you're going to get that reward that will last a lifetime. But most people not willing to put in that discipline and that commitment, you know, but, you know, that's why they don't get that reward that you're talking about.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, Green Juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, and turmeric, just to name a few? So make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always, live and in person with the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
I got Douglas over here. I've been wanting to ask him about this green Band-Aid or whatever. I don't know if this is, you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole podcast. We'll say that for the next podcast.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a whole podcast.
The green?
Okay.
All right. We'll ask you about it next week.
Yeah.
I also
don't forget, because I'll still have it on, Maul. It's a deep cut, so we'll talk about it next week.
I also got I'm going to start calling him the defensive Dr. King. You know what I'm saying? Defensive.
You know what I'm
Bro
saying?
just went off on me for no reason. I just said, hey, Maul ain't coming up here, and he started spazzing on me.
No. Maul gave us an explanation because he's a team player.
Okay, so let me
and
tell you what
happened. He wants to be here.
Okay, now we did just get back from off the road, but then
For
I
a week.
called him. I was like, I was trying to figure out.
No, stop right there, bro. We didn't just get off the road.
Yeah, we've been on the road.
Miami.
Mexico.
I mean, we was in 3 hotels.
Mexico.
We went to 3
Mexico
hotels
first.
in what? In 5-6 days?
Yeah.
3 hotels in 5-6 days, 3 flights. Like I said, this ain't no such thing as just get off the road, man. So, you know, I'm still used to the 9 to 5 work, whether y'all believe it or not. You know, you take a furlough for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? You get your
I say you take a furlough.
Hey, Ma, entrepreneurship, bruh, it's a little bit more challenging than a 9 to 5, bruh.
Oh, big time. It is.
You feel me?
100%. And mental.
But Ma, let me say this to you. As a flight attendant, I do appreciate the explanation, like, you know what I'm saying, behind why you can't be here.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't need the explanation. I just said, you know how you call
I appreciated it, though, Ma. I know we don't need it, but I appreciate why you didn't show up to the game today.
I'm saying, but you know how, like, you ask somebody, like I had hit him because he had said, oh, I'm going to come up there. And I was supposed to go somewhere and do something, but they got canceled until next week.
Okay.
What I was saying about yesterday. So then I was like, I hit Maul, like, oh, you come back up here if you want to, you know, do it in person joint. I know the people like the energy when we in person. And, you know, Maul started like, yeah, I'm going to check. I'm going to see because I'm going to see. And I was like, oh, okay, I just let it go.
I'm a CH.
So then when you said, do you want to do this topic when Maul get here in person? I said, Maul ain't coming in person.
Right.
And then Maul just started shooting
no.
from
So
all the way in front.
Maul
And like I
just
said,
wanted
I want to do this, and I said this behind the
family
scenes, but I
know
want to do it
why he couldn't
publicly.
be here.
I owe DD an apology. All of these years, I used to be like, when I used to hear you talking, be like, man, even on like the mixtapes and stuff, you be like, my girl don't want me to leave. And she be like, man, how long you gonna be gone for? Yeah. And I used to be like, man, he out there making money. He doing his thing, man. What's she tripping for?
Right.
Bruh. It ain't to now that I ain't even wearing your shoes. I'm wearing one of your shoes.
Appreciate you, fam.
And bro,
appreciate you.
I've been gone I don't even know the last time I've been gone a whole week from my bride, dog.
Right.
And I'm talking about, we was on the phone every single day, but she just, when I got back home in Chicago, she just hugged me and just squeezed me, dog. And I'm like, man, I really been with CJ like all day, every day, which that's my boy, that's my brother. I love him. But usually we together, we got our wives with us. So
sweetest taboo.
You know? He go to his corner, I go to my corner.
Yeah.
This time, though.
This time y'all lived in each other's corner.
Hey, can I find out what? Hey, I want to find out how you got with CJ in the first place. Last week, how did that conversation go?
Give myself away. So
Give myself
Come on, listen to the lyrics. If you watching on YouTube, it's probably muted. But it's still hilarious. Give myself
away.
Hey, wait till you say, my life is not my own.
Hey, CJ, but while he over here tripping, now I'm about to throw C under the bus. While he over there tripping,
Okay, go ahead.
his wife, though, was calling my phone, talking about some, CJ with you. He's spending more time with you than he is with me.
Praise God. At least I get off of that.
So
just ask her does she like
we
being
can play
retired.
the same song for him too, because his wife
Ask
was
her if she
missing
like
him
being retired,
like crazy. His
Yeah,
wife
ask her
was
if she
missing
like
him.
being retired or she want to go back to GE. Because
she
I
definitely-
promise you,
she
I come
definitely
right
wanna
off
go
that
back to
plane
GE.
and be right back at the
Hey.
crib, but you got to go work that 9
I
to 5.
want to
work at
find
GE.
out more. How did you get with C at the beginning of the week? I want to hear that conversation because it set everything up. Whose decision was it?
Oh, it was absolutely his decision, but but I think that's why CJ saying that I'm not coming there because he's used to me doing this. C be like, "Hey Jay, man, we about to go here. We got to go here for a week. We got to do this," and I'm usually like, "Oh, let's go. I'm with you." This time though, I was like,
I can't do it.
I
can't do it.
He not used to me.
I thought I was
going
going to see you with the kids at least. Just go pack up to everybody and at least come and hang out with us.
Show off the new Escalade. Shout out to Josh. I still ain't got mine. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, I don't know what Cadillac had to do to get these things made, bruh, but I promise you, it took a, bruh. You know what I haven't done yet, though? I don't know how to do the self-drive. I got to call Tommy and figure that out because I'm going to go to Chicago soon, see my grandma, and I just want to be able to, you know what I'm
Get in
saying,
and
text. You know, I want to be able to text and drive. You feel me?
Yeah, it's something, man.
This is
that
all
that
he been
right
waiting
there.
for his
Oh, it's
whole life.
my whole life, bro. I've been waiting to not because I
you
don't
ain't been
drive
waiting.
now.
You just-
yeah,
you ain't been waiting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't drive now. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed by God, ball. Blessed. So let me real quick before we get into our topic today. I'm not gonna call it a fair or foul because I don't think that's what it is.
Come on.
But I know we talked a couple weeks ago about it's levels to this, and we talked about people who want to get a paycheck before they actually the work. And listen to me, I always have to say this, y'all. I ain't always been on this side of execution. You feel me? Like I ain't always been a dude that realized execution is worship, right? So I don't speak from a judgment standpoint. I speak from a reverse engineer. Like there's people out there that want to make money, want to do well.
Right.
And so I want to give you the secrets to success, right? So I called Delta Airlines. I'm trying to get to New York. So before COVID, man, and COVID, man, for real, like I don't know if we gonna know all of the damage of COVID till we probably like 80 something. Be like, yeah, COVID did that. That was COVID. So I called Delta like, yo, I'm trying to get that Grand Rapids to LaGuardia boy. And so here's where I made my mistake, Ma. Praise God for my wife. I don't know what happened, but I told the lady March. And so she was like, oh, bet. Flight from the Grand Rapids to LaGuardia. Didi was like, no.
You said March.
Yeah, I said March.
Like 2022?
Yeah, must have said March like 2022.
Oh, she was like, no problem. I get
She
you
said
loaded right
no
on that
problem.
joint.
She got me right on. Didi was like, yo, you said March. And she ain't say nothing. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So she was like, May.
I didn't even know you could book your flight.
I didn't know
that
either.
far, yeah.
Yeah, so I said, oh, I'm sorry, man, May. She said, oh, I'm so sorry. Because of COVID, we don't have any flights. You could only fly. I said, well, Flint. She said, oh, no, I'm sorry. All those got wiped out. You got to go to, she's like,
Detroit.
You got to go to Detroit. So I was like, all right, cool.
For those of y'all who don't know, that's like an extra 50-minute drive from our house.
And not including the track,
and
it could be
traffic,
96, could be,
and,
whatever.
And the airport's just
Yeah,
bigger. Like
yeah.
you can get to Flint. It's one of Flint or Grand Rapids is one of them
Boom.
airports. You walk in, you at the flight in 2 minutes.
literally.
Yeah,
It could take literally 3 to 4 minutes,
Yeah,
Ma,
oh, for sure.
to clear
Through
through
security,
everything,
all that,
everything, bruh. Walk straight through. So I'm like, whatever. So what I got back up though, Marcus. What happened? I called the day before and talked to a lady, and she was just like, "I'm sorry, I could get you on the flight, but I can't get you with your bride." And I'm like, oh no, I'm good.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. Then.
Okay, solo.
She was like, you gonna have to fly in the bulk 1. She gonna be back in 5. But what y'all can do is it's all. She's like, it's all good. You can just ask somebody to switch. I was like, I've been there, done that. That don't work.
Don't work out like
I'm just saying, you got some. Forgive me, and this. I know I'm wrong.
Say it.
So before y'all all
Say
start
it.
texting me like I'm CJ,
Say it.
I've had jerks, small, who don't want to honor I'm with my bride. You feel me? When I say to my man, like, bruh, I'm with my wife. Can I sit there?
Yeah.
You can sit in the same seat over here. We just switching it out.
Right.
Because I got a window and she
Fam.
got a, and they like,
Would you
nope, I
stop?
can't. This is my seat. I'm like, bruh, we got a window and an aisle. You can
Fam.
get whichever one you want. My man, like, I'm sorry, I'm settled in my seat. I can't do it.
I'm settled in my seat.
So, and you,
I
has that
oughta
ever happened to you
settle
before? That ever happened to you before?
Bro, it happened with my kids.
okay.
This lady was like, no, I'm not moving. I'm like, no,
You
it
want
was
to sit next to my kids?
I'm saying, no. I'm saying you don't, first of all. I promise you don't. But Avery was like, just had turned 2.
Right.
So, you know, you got to get your own seat.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, like, I'm going to sit right here. You know, it was a spot that was ahead of her spot.
Right.
On the same
Same
everything.
hookup.
I was like, yo, I got my kids, like, you know, my wife. So we wanted to be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. I was like, what? And she was like, no. I was like,
But you just go sit
said,
next
man,
to
I got
Avery.
my kids. Like, you want to, and she was just like, I don't feel like moving. I was like,
Wow. So
and then tried to talk to me on the flight.
right.
And was like, oh, beautiful day. I was like, you don't shut your ass up.
I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? So more, I told homegirl, like, yo, I feel you. You sound like it's easy on the phone. Gonna tell me soon as you get to the gate, you could talk to her. I was like, I've been there, done that. Right? Listen to me, Ma. And for those of you who are listening, she did her job. I'm not playing. She did her job. She was like, we don't have no flights. You and your girl can sit together. I'm sorry. She's like, do you want me to cancel the whole thing? I was like, cancel the vouchers, everything you did, cancel.
Everything.
Yeah.
So I called a couple hours later. Another lady picked up the phone.
Did they know you? Wait, this must not be the diamond
I'm
line
diamond
you called.
line.
I'm thinking you
diamond
called Carl Silver medallion line. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking
That sounds like a regular thing for
I'm
me.
thinking you called the Bronze Express.
You know what I'm saying? I called Diamond. Homegirl was like, sorry, nothing we could do. I'm like, all right, bet. Listen to me. There are those of you who wonder why you not on another level. The next lady is why you not on the level, because you did what the first lady did. So I explained to homegirl, like, look, I ain't trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I only got 18,250 days left. I'm not trying to split up with my wife. You know
How many
what I'm saying?
days you got left,
I ain't
E?
gonna be here forever. 18,250. That's symbolic. All right. I'm like, yo, I'm not about to sit with my wife up there. I'm back. I'm not doing it.
No.
Watch this, bruh. Homegirl was like, da, 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 da. She's like, now where you going again? I said, New York. She said, just New York. I was like, yeah. She's like, nowhere specific. I was like, nah. She's like, I can get you and your wife
JFK.
at JFK.
Come on,
Boom.
right now.
Boom.
It's 6 and
It's
1,
the
half a
next
dozen the other.
obvious thing.
She said I could get the lady didn't say it the first time, so I'm thinking more. I'm Diamond. So they ain't flying to JFK like they ain't flying to Grand Rapids no more. That's what I'm thinking. Homegirl's like, oh no, I got you. JFK, Mall. Are you hearing me? JFK, LaGuardia is
I
right
think they're
there,
probably
bro.
about 30 minutes away from each
Not
other.
even.
Nah, that's not the story, right? Here's the reason why I'm telling y'all this story. That's important. But the lady was like asking me, and I was just trying to, build it up. But she was asking me like, yo, do you need to be in Queens? You need to be in Brooklyn? Where you need to be? Because I told her, JFK, she's like, what you got to do? I said, I got a wedding. So she's like, oh, okay, so when is the wedding? I told her. So she was like, well, it don't make a difference, right? But I told her, we have to get our tickets together. We have to go. My boy Mustafa getting married. And so she like, oh, I got you. So
Who's getting married?
Mustafa's yeah, so.
Wait.
Hey, I just knew you were talking about a different Mustafa.
Yeah. Moose.
Let me call Moose. Hold up. Wow. Moose. No, stop right there. And why didn't I get invited? Hold on. I got you. I got Moose right here. Hold on.
When is this taking place?
Can you plug Carl? Could probably
Hey,
plug him in.
I don't know if Mark can hear it. I got Moose plugged up right here. Put your headphones on.
Let's see if we can get it.
Brother C.
Mustafa, this is Carlos Quinney Jr. calling from the Secret to Success podcast. You're live on the air right now. We want to know, how in the world did I find out through Douglas? He up here telling a whole story about getting his flight booked to New York. I don't know where he's going. I'm just playing along with the story. And I find out he talking about I'm going to Moose's wedding. Moose, what in the
man.
HE double hockey sticks you doing getting married without telling me, first of all, who you marrying and when is it? You know what I'm saying?
I gave him all the information. I told him what time I was coming, what time I was going to New York.
Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. This is what happened when you tell a flight attendant about your small wedding.
Oh, bro. Hey, tell him the Black Panther over here, too. He calls me the Black Panther, but you don't invite the king to the wedding, dog. The king comes bearing gifts to the
T'Challa
wedding.
ain't invited to the wedding.
T'Challa.
Hey, you want to invite all your high net worth friends
He got
to
a
the
wedding
wedding.
in Wakanda, and he ain't invite the Black Panther.
Wow.
All right, let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, Moose.
He said
No,
small.
man, I told E, like, oh, it's going to be about 10, 15 people. It's grown another 10, 15 people since
Hey,
then.
since you told me.
And we still ain't make the cut, huh? So when it grow the next time, make sure I'm on the list. I love to bring my bride to New York.
You know, the funny thing is, I don't even invite people. I'm just telling them,
he never invited nobody.
To take the step.
Unbelievable.
I kid you not. I'm like, we just taking this step. I think it's time, whatever. They're like, oh, word? Oh, I got to be there. Oh, I'm buying my flight right now. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he has a habit
then.
of doing that. He did it for the Final Four, too. And then teased me like, I don't know why you ain't.
Ma, I never said nothing about him in the Final Four. He took it that way, Ma.
I don't know. He did it. He said, got tickets.
Hey, it's only right. So let me do this. So that way, in front of the 100,000 listeners that know what's happening now.
150, but who cares?
Who's counting, right?
Who's counting?
Anyway, it went from 20 people to hundreds of thousands real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give y'all an official invite on the podcast.
Come on.
Let's go.
Just so that it's real. So that
Come
way, I do right by y'all. So, of course, Black Panther, brother Mr. CJ, and the lovely brides.
Yeah.
If y'all gonna pull up to New York, we'll have a seat for y'all as well.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
Carl,
Have a seat.
for those who cannot pull up,
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen. Just
Cash
read it, but
out.
we'll put
for
it
those
on
who
there.
can't pull up,
Yeah.
it's $. MOSTAFA GHONIM.
Yep.
Please send a gift.
Yeah.
You can't make it. You can't make it. This is all my extreme execution coaches.
Yeah.
This is
Y'all
this
better
is
send Moose something.
everybody's
Not to
Sunday.
be funny, this the world, y'all. The assessment that y'all
Yeah.
hearing about,
This
Moose
is
is
it.
behind that.
Yeah.
Y'all not hearing and seeing Moose as much, but yeah, Moose is a large part of that. So he's been helping your life.
Blow out his Cash App for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Moose, congratulations, brother. I just didn't know. It just caught me off guard. When he said it, I was like, Mustafa, who?
Y'all know C's a pilot. So he's in the cockpit, flying us, getting us all over the world.
Yep.
He would not know what's going on in the main cabin.
No.
He would not know what's going on in the main cabin. This is some main cabin stuff right here. You know what I'm saying, Ma?
Hey, that's
he
a good
traveling
analogy,
all over the world.
because he really is in a cockpit, and he got me
He
as
is.
his co-pilot, and he
Yeah.
really
Oh,
believes.
no,
I'm
and you
talking
see
about
now.
C be like, hey, bro, we about to go to this place this week, this place next
no
week. He like, I need
question.
you right next
No
to me as a
question.
co-pilot.
Yeah, no
Come
question.
on, let's go. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't threaten me with
Moose,
a good time.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Yes,
my
sir.
friend.
we'll check in with you soon, man, and we'll see you out in New York. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a little sympathy invite, I'm still showing up.
It's not a sympathy invite, though, I promise.
You know what I'm saying? You know how like everybody like, oh yeah, we go. You should just roll too. You like, okay, y'all sure? Okay.
I guess so. All right, I'm coming there.
All right, Moose, we'll talk to you later,
love you,
I'm
man.
gonna
Love
do
you, bro.
publicly.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah. Hey, you know what's crazy though? I had a little experience with Delta the other day too. Check this. So now y'all tell me, right? I forgot all about it till you start talking about Delta. So we get to the Atlanta airport and we were early, right? So I was like, I got a little time today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no reason, but we was there probably like an hour and a half early. And so I got there, right? So now I got to go to Miami, right? Candace and the kids going to Detroit. So now we not on the same ticket, but our flights leave at the exact same time. She might have been in the A gate, I might have been in B, but the flight leave 2:45, mine 2:50. So we go to the airport, do everything together, right? So now my wife, of course, her status ain't as high as mine, right? Mm-hmm. So mind you, I'm platinum, right? So you get 3 bags free. So we get up there and, of course, we go check in as a family. Yeah. Now, my first mistake I made is I didn't go to the priority, window.
You went
Make
to
a
the
difference.
booty.
But I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking because it was just short and we were right there.
Yeah.
But I noticed that they don't know the code of conduct over there in the hood the same way they do, You see what I'm saying?
Priority, no.
Right.
They train.
So we got up there, Carl, and I'm like, I checked my bag, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to Miami, whatever. They like, how many bags you got? I got 1 bag. So then Candace and them come up, and so she checks me in, does everything, and I'm like, yo, my wife comes up, and they like, okay, how many bags you got? She got 1 suitcase, 1 big suitcase, and they like, oh, yeah, $60. And I was like, yo, so, I understood.
$60.
Yeah, I understood, though, protocol, because she don't have no status. They charging for bags. And I said, hey, can you do me a courtesy? This is my wife right here. And we had the same return flights. We all leaving from here back to Atlanta together. And so my man, like, I said, can you, give her a courtesy? She, we not flying together right now, but you can see I'm platinum. I only got 1 bag for mine. You can send 1 there. I still got 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
got 1.
Again, my man like, oh, no, it don't work like that. And I'm like, bruh, I understand what your code of conduct book
Absolutely,
says.
but look what my status.
But I'm trying to show you.
Yeah, you're about to lose a client.
Fam.
You're about to lose a client.
I'm like, bruh. And so I'm like, I need you to, and then mind you, I'm like, first of all, this ain't the first time I've done this, and it's never been an issue, but I'm always in priority. This time, of course, I'm sitting over there, and I'm like, so he like, so then Candace, Candace, she hate them awkward moments. I love them. I live for them awkward moments. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, do me a favor. Go get somebody else who can help me. Oh, I don't know how long it's going to be for a supervisor. I said, I ain't say how much time I got. I came early for my flight. I'll wait. Right. So then this is, now mind you, this is still the G League supervisor. You know what I'm saying? She ain't in the league.
The G League.
So I'm thinking, can I get somebody from the NBA?
Yeah. They hadn't brought the G League supervisor.
She ain't had a red coat.
Yeah.
That's how I knew she was, she had purple on. Yeah. The red coat is where they can really make it shake on Delta. So she comes over there and she says the same thing. Oh, no, I can't. I said, so let me get this straight. I'm super platinum, close to diamond. I got 3 bags that I can get. This is my wife. I said, do me a favor. Look up our return flight. We all on the same flight coming back. This is the same family. Clearly, you can see it's the same everything. And you telling me you can't. So she sit there and hem hard. I was like, I got time. Candace sitting there the whole time like, babe, would you just pay this $60? And I'm like, it's on principle.
Yeah.
And long story short, okay, this is the one and only time.
I love it.
We please don't expect. I said, nah.
Don't make an exception.
Run that back. So then they put it through, and I was like, all right, thank you. Have a great day. And then my man, why was my man who originally was right there, who was telling me it was no chance, he was
heated.
Heated.
He got a flagrant.
He didn't say he
got a flagrant foul on the G League. He got the flagrant boy.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, come on. It's just common sense, though.
Well, let's talk about that today then.
Oh, come on.
Let's talk about that today.
Come on,
E. No, for real, Maul. Because here's where I had a challenge. So it's 3 people. It's one group, and I keep trying to tell y'all, for those of you who are listening, if you want to make money, it's nothing wrong with wanting to. Somebody hit me the other day. They got my COVID prices, Maul. My post-COVID prices. So it's a couple people still a little, you know what I'm saying?
Shock.
They still shocked a little bit. Because they used to go into the G League games.
Yeah.
And some of them games, you can just walk in that joker.
Oh, for sure.
And they like, come on in. Some of them, you might pay. So I'm like, yo, this is the playoffs now. Playoffs. Yeah, we're in the playoffs now. So somebody hit me back like, actually, they didn't hit me more. I don't got a lot to do no more, because of COVID. So I was, I'm perusing through the booking at etinspires.com.
You're looking at your own booking?
You know what I'm saying, Mo? I'm looking at, it's some kind of way that when they change my phone, it comes straight to me now. Yeah, and I didn't erase it, Mo.
I like that.
And I saw one lady, she's like, he charged that much? That much? And I'm like, oh, that might seem a lot for you, but if I come in and change the course of the culture of your company and make people go back and work the way they've never worked before.
How much is that worth?
How much is that going to cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much money you going to make? You feel me? Like, you about to make some money off of it. That's like saying, is Tom Brady asking for too much to come to the Buccaneers and win them a Super Bowl? Bruh, how much is that? How much would you pay if you knew my man was going to come and win a Super Bowl for you? How much would you pay? So 3 people, Marlon. I just want, real quick, because common sense. So you got the first group that they want to make a lot of money, but they don't necessarily have the same desire to fulfill the requirements as they do is make money. Right? So you out there.
Slow down. Yeah. Go for it.
So they're a group that, let's just say you want to make 6 figures. Listen to me. There's nothing wrong with saying you want to make $100,000, $250,000, $500,000. It's nothing wrong with that. Like as a human, go on with your bad self.
Yeah.
You grown. You can say Tom Brady might be looking at you if you say you want to make $500,000. He might be looking at you crazy. Like you only want to make $500,000.
Right.
Like that ain't no money.
Right.
You might say you want to make $3 million. And what's my man name? TMT. Mayweather. Mayweather made me looking at you crazy. You only want to make $3 million? So I don't care how much money you want to make. But here's a challenge. If Mayweather says he wants to make, I don't know, 100 mil, man, you see my man up every day.
Yeah.
You see my man to change his diet. He in Vegas running in the heat. He boxing with his pops all day. He sparring. He in the gym. He didn't switch the whole game
desired
up.
income level matches the work ethic needed. Yes, congruent. I believe that's the word.
That's the word.
Congruent.
Congruent.
That sounds like
That's
y'all
the
got
word.
college degrees.
Yeah. Some of y'all incongruent.
You, for real. You incongruent.
Come on.
I'm
Are
just
y'all with me
saying.
today? Are y'all with
Yeah,
me?
we with you. It's
Come
all I'm
on.
saying, Ma. You are, Ma, and people, and I don't like this because I will have some people go, how much you trying to make? The audacity. You can't tell another human how much money to make.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to do that. People can make whatever they think they want to make. But here's the challenge. You can't have an energy level to make 250. You can't have a mindset to 250, but then you don't have the work ethic, or you don't have the plan, or you don't put in the energy. So that's the first group, right, that I want us to, speak to. And like I said, the lady didn't do nothing wrong. I called and asked to get a flight to LaGuardia. I did. Out of my mouth, I said LaGuardia. So she didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong. But let me just tell you, I hung up the phone when it was time to get the review. I didn't push the button. I had no reason
to remain on the line.
I had no reason to stay on the line.
Yeah.
You feel me? I didn't get what I wanted. See, you about to?
No. I just said, and it's crazy because that's how they get their raises and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have went on there like, yo, she a beast.
But I had no reason, Ma, to leave you a review.
And real quick, you had no reason to leave a negative one either.
No.
You just did the bare standard minimum, so
That's a
I
good
just
point.
leave it alone.
I definitely
so it's
had
not even
no
like
reason
you a
to-
bad person.
Yeah,
I
wasn't dogging her out. She ain't do nothing wrong. But here's the challenge, Ma. I got off the phone and didn't get what I wanted. So I don't got time to be, because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to get to New York. My man, 50 grand, get married. I got to figure out how I'm getting to the wedding. So I didn't even have energy or space to stop and whatever they asked me about you. So the second lady, why did I leave a review? Ma, I got off the phone and got what I wanted. Here's what I'm saying. Don't ask nobody to pay you when you didn't give them what they wanted. I'm saying you so focused on getting your check that you're not focused on. My daughter took her car to this spot that's like, I ain't gonna say the name, but they don't touch your whip. The water just hit it, right? Because she's like, I don't want to get scratched. But they got high school kids working in the doggone spot, bruh. So they got the brush. They not washing the brush out, Ma. So they taking the brush and doing it. And of course, you coming in, you got rocks, you got all kinds. They got a little scratch boy on her. Because guess what? All they there for is to get their check.
That's it.
So they scratch it. So guess what? She ain't never going back. So if I ever go back, I got to tell little fella, either wash that joint out or do me a favor. Don't extra clean my whip. Just put the water on it so it's semi-clean. Now, my daughter at the crib saying she gonna clean her car every week because she don't want scratch. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But guess what they worried about? They not worried about the cars. They're not worried about the cars that's coming through. They worried about the check that they're going to get. Now you're not about to get the check because you tore up the cars.
And what happens is enough people get their car scratched.
Yeah.
Nobody
And
come there.
your
Then the
whole-
whole business shut down.
Yeah.
And then you blame the economy.
So,
oh, man,
so
I
watch
lost my
this, see?
gig.
No, I'm saying I'm remembering the spot in Atlanta that had high school kids running.
Going fed. We talked about it on this podcast.
I'm going back to company culture now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and not again, let me just ask Delta. Delta, what's your procedures and policies? Because Quicken Loan says the customer got to get what they want.
Absolutely.
Let me
I'm
just
saying,
call
how
it
did
out.
she make it to the diamond line? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How she must have slipped through the cracks.
COVID.
It's no way. COVID. Yeah, somebody called COVID.
COVID
They moved her up for the day.
Yeah.
Because there's no way she should have been up there talking to the diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
yeah, I'm saying if you're going to be diamond, You're not, look, I was talking to, I do the Clubhouse on Monday mornings, the new thank God, whatever. And this girl was on there like waxing deep on. She's like, it's a toxic environment. She was doing
What
that.
is?
Yeah, whatever her job was. She just became a supervisor.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's toxic, it's whatever. I said, listen to me very closely. Don't say that. If you can figure out how to fix that, you know how much money you're going to make.
Check. Yep.
You know how much money people going to pay you if you can go to Tampa Bay and win a Super Bowl. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why do you think Tampa took Tom Brady? They wanted to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So I told her, what, you trying to go to a place that ain't toxic? They already got somebody because it ain't toxic. They already hired whoever they hired, and they already straight. So I'm just saying, to my first group, I want to go back.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you wanting to check. Matter of fact, you should be so sweet, they get you your check and give you a tip. You should expect a tip if you that good. But don't expect a check and a tip when you didn't brought me my coat. You done brought me cold fries. But you look, you done brought me cold. Right there, they so sweet with it now, Ma. They don't even ask you for a tip before you cash out. The new thing is 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. It's all right there, Ma. Like you, when I'm checking out, you giving me a hookup for 5, 10, 15, 20, but you're not going back and looking at my fries. You're not going to see if it's smoke coming off of them jokers.
Let me ask you something. Do you blame the employee?
I blame
Or do you really blame management? Because like for putting that person in that spot. Because when we was just in Houston, me and C was talking to Marcus. We was at the Breakfast Club. And C, what's his manager's name?
I don't know, but C sent me them grits. I don't know, but
just the quality of the service that Marcus got going on with the Breakfast Club. Now the food is amazing, but the quality of service is
just as amazing.
I mean, it's phenomenal, bro. When you just think about from the time we was in line. Well, we didn't go in line. The time we walked into the building, he had his manager, and Marcus and CJ asked him about the manager.
He never talk about that kind of stuff when he don't got to stand in line no more.
I was about to cut.
He don't talk about that more.
Cut. I waited in line like everybody. I'm a man of the people. But I waited 4 hours for them catfish.
But at the same time, the server, and CJ was just like, man, the lady, Mark, it seemed like he got the right people in place. The lady that was bringing us the food, CJ made a point, was like, man, she kind of remind you of like your mama or your grandma or your auntie. Just show the quality of love and even though she's just bringing the food, man. And I think Marcus, though, if you look at the leader, the owner, I think he put the right people in place in order to get that feeling. And I think a lot of companies miss that.
Yeah. ETA, we blame E. I'm going to blame E for our lack
of I take all of the blame. I take all the blame.
I ain't want to say nothing.
I take the blame, boy.
I'm going to blame E for all of our transgressions.
I'm still praying and asking for forgiveness, boy. I'm a man of the people, boy.
I apologize to all ETA employees this whole time. I've been hard on you, and it's obviously E is the problem here. We're going to start at the
hiring.
All right, go. You was talking about another group. That was the first group. Who the second group or the third group?
Y'all finished, Carl? Anybody?
Oh, yeah. No. Go ahead, Carl.
No, you good. I want to go somewhere else. So
go there. Go there,
now.
I got you.
Yeah, no.
No. So the piece that I want to talk about is the other side. And again, y'all, I'm coming from that ground crew lens. CJ, and shout out to Moose. Moose and I had this conversation a while back where it's like we have to change the rules that we live by. So the subtle thing that most people would miss is that CJ did not take their first answer. You didn't accept the no that life gave you.
Oh, no.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying a lot of people will miss that. That's what I'm saying. I don't want people to gloss over that.
100%.
Somebody says no, and I'm saying my personality is like, oh, shoot. Okay,
I'm saying they saying no, and technically they were right.
Right.
You're not on the same reservation. You're not supposed to get a free bag. I understood that, but that type of stuff don't apply to me.
And that's
what
I'm saying.
I don't mean me as in like,
I'm
big
You mean me as somebody that invests only in Delta. Somebody that ain't flying nothing else.
Now,
I'm only flying Delta.
If I was on I told Maul, I fly American and United, I'd be feeling like a little, I'd be like, oh. They'd be like, where your boarding pass? I'm like, I ain't got the app. Right. Give me the paper joint. You know what I'm saying? It's a different experience. Go ahead,
but no. So I just want people to hear that. Like, I don't care what the circumstances. You know who you are, the amount of work you put in, and you deserve whatever. Here's what I'm trying to. And Maul, again, I'm stealing all this from y'all. I am trying to create the life that I deserve. I'm not taking what everybody else is handing to me.
Right.
So I don't want people to miss that. Like, I'm going to ask you again and a third time until for real.
So if they would have told you that, what would you have done? Honestly, if they would have been like, same exact scenario.
It happened to us with when we were coming back from Louisiana. They were like, my whole family, like, yo, we can't check all these bags. And I was like, sir, look again. Like, we're all traveling on the same reservation. That's not possible. We just flew here.
Right.
Like, we just flew here. They took all my man's like, well, I can only take, he's like 4. I'm like, where? It's my whole family. It's 6 of us.
Right.
So I'm like, what can you do? He's like, man, I could take 8. I can't take the car seat. I'm like, bro, I'm cool on that, but I'm not going to walk through the airport with 8 suitcases.
Right.
So to your point, I ain't go all the way.
Right.
But I'm still.
no, you went
I'm
enough
still,
where you weren't
right, I'm still
inconvenienced.
getting to the point where I'm
Yeah.
not just going to
Yeah,
take
no
your
question.
first answer.
Yeah.
See, already
So,
know.
like-
See, you know exactly what I would have done. I never take no for an answer. Remember we was in Mexico? This is a great example. Remember we was in Mexico at the resort. It was a sushi restaurant. I don't know if it was sushi or Mexican, but we was at that
was
that
there?
resort and we were eating.
It was
Remember?
there.
And the
Edit
guy,
that out. I don't know, sushi, Mexican, Italian.
because they served us tacos, but yet they had we had
no.
sushi also. So I can't tell which
got
one was
you.
which.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, what
my
happened?
man was like, "Yeah, the kitchen closed." My wife really liked this tostada.
Yeah.
She just really loved this tostada. And the guy was like, she's like, yeah, let's get another order. And the guy said, oh no, the kitchen is closed. Yep, you got to order something else. The kitchen is closed. And then I think it was Cam. I was like, no, the kitchen closed. And then Cam was like, yeah, he said the kitchen closed. You can't get anything else with that. That's what Cam was saying. I was like, man, kitchen ain't never closed. And I reached in my pocket. I said, my man, I need another order. That matter of fact, I need 2 more orders of that. I said, my wife really liked
He brought
it. Handed my man
187 of them.
handed my man
My
the
man
money.
brought 187 times. Hey!
Handed my man the money. The dude said right away, sir. Didn't say nothing else, but he was like,
Yeah.
the kitchen is closed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gave my man the
Ma,
money. He
you
went back to the kitchen,
doggone-
man, came back. He didn't just bring 1 tray. He brought
Yeah.
back 3 more trays of the thing that my wife loved the most.
Ma, you went to the last group, so let me give you the Ma done dropped straight to the last group. You know what I'm saying? One of them old smarty pants kids.
Exactly.
Smarty pants students. So the middle group, and then we'll get to the group Ma said, because I want to end with that group. The middle group is, and again, y'all might think I'm, man, that's stupid. That don't make sense. Like you and your crew, y'all don't do that. Okay, maybe we don't do it now. Your Ma just said he pulled out a wad of money. Okay, now. But there was a time for all of us that we met the expectations that were given to us, right? That's the second group. That's the group I want y'all to really focus on. Like I'm telling you, you will get to mall. You will get to mall status. You will not have to stand in lines like CJ. You will be able to talk to people at the airline any kind of way you want to, like Carl. That day is coming. All right, it's coming. But that middle group is that's where the majority of change happens. That's where you get to the next level. You literally do everything you are told. You don't got to do no more than what you told. I'm telling you, that middle group, whatever the rubric is, there is a rubric that tells you if you do this, like I don't know, and I'm not trying to go college on y'all, but I'm telling y'all the day I start understanding what a rubric was, it changed my life. It was like, if you do this, 3.0. If you do this, and that, 3.5. If you do all of that and this, 4 point. I promise y'all, I'll be, look, this is true. This on life, everything I love. I had a professor at Michigan State University come to me and say, what's wrong? Dr. Coldflesh, my homie. She was like, E, what's going wrong? I said, what? What you mean by that? She's like, there's a problem. And you're not talking to me. I was like, a problem about what? She's like, your grades. I was like, what's wrong with my grades? She's like, you've taken 2 of my classes. You got a 4 point in both of them. Right now, you right there at a 3.0. What's going on? I was like, oh, my wife in college. And she online at the University of Phoenix, and she don't know how to do the computer boy. So I have to help my wife with her schooling. She was like, oh, and I knew I needed a 3 point to pass your class. Like, no, she's like, she knew something was wrong. But I was like, yo, I can't get a 4 and help Didi. And I know once Didi learned how to, bro, for real, you ain't never been on a computer before, bro, the cutting and pasting the law. The cut and paste, boy, that's the one that's going to
That
get
could throw
you.
off your whole night.
That could throw your whole night
I'll take
off.
this 3 point and keep
my marriage. Flat out.
Hey.
You feel me?
Hey.
So, but
That
Mom,
boy, you-
I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. Hey, but my professor knew, like, yo, he not doing what but I knew, Ma, in this instance, it would actually hurt me to get a 4.0. It would be to my demise, my girl's demise. She need to get this master's degree. And no, I'm sorry. At that point, it's like, nurses had a 2-year boy. Okay. She needed to get the 4-year boy. You feel me? And so she went online. I'm like, why are you online and you don't even know how to open up a computer at that particular point? Ma, I'm not lying. I would go to bed with her at night because she stay up to 1 and 2. And I'm like, wake me up when you need me. She wake me up. Hey, how did you do that again? And I was like, I used to know it back in the day, Carl. It's like you hit
Control C.
See, you know what I'm saying?
Control
Different things
V.
you do. I used to be like, hit that, boom, got that. And so there's a group of you're doing too much right now. You're not ready to throw the touchdown pass. You're not ready to do the Hail Mary. You ain't ready to do the bomb yet. Give me that what is it called? The out route. Yes, give me that boy. Give me the 15. Hit me here. Boom. That's 7 yards, 10 yards, and then my man gonna go for the rest of it. Yep. Give me that Jerry Rice. Give me that Jerry Rice boy. But you trying to throw 50, you trying to throw 100 because you see other people doing that. Don't do that. Stay within your strength. Stay within get that. Whatever they told you to do, just do that. Exactly what they told you to do. If they told you to bring Polynesian sauce and mayonnaise, just get the Polynesian. Don't try to extra boy. Don't do that. Whatever they told you to do, you do exactly what they tell you to do. And why? Even though the lady did exactly what I asked her and she didn't tell me about JFK, guess what happened no more? I hung up and called back, but I called Delta. I didn't go to another airline. I didn't get pissed and say I'm driving. She did what she was supposed to, so I couldn't be mad at her, Ma. But in that instant, I did need a little bit more, but she kept it right where she's like, yo, I got you here. I can get you there. Y'all can switch seats when y'all get there. I was the one that was being difficult, saying like, yo, I'm not interested in doing that. I know I can stay with my wife. I know that. But Ma, she didn't make me leave with a bitter taste in my mouth. So I'm saying to some of you out there, you trying to get to Ma, CJ, Carl level, but you doing too much. Stay in your lane. Because maybe y'all can't speak to this, but I can tell y'all there have been times where I messed up because I tried to do too much. I was trying to impress somebody, right? I was trying to look good in front of somebody. So I actually did too much, Ma, when they didn't need me to do all of that. They just needed me to stay in that pocket. So for my second group, the summer months, like, yo, don't go extra. Your mom tell you to do this. Your dad tell you to do that. They want you to get up this time, go to bed this time, help around the kitchen, do this, do that. Yo, I'm telling y'all, when it comes to this organization now, and now I'm about to speak to some grown men out there. When it comes to this organization, there was a time where I was doing things that I didn't need to do, and I was doing them because I wanted to, and this is weird because I know I don't need to show my worth. Like, I know I don't need to show my worth. But there's a part of you sometimes, depending on your personality, where you want to show your worth. Where really showing your worth is you about to mess it up for everybody. Like, I'm just being real. The best thing for me to do is AE. If we in front of a group of people, you need to speak. AE. If this group is having some relational problem, AE, you need to step up and shepherd. But when it comes to this and this, E, don't come over here. Now we know because you are who you are, you can come over here, but we don't need you over here. The best thing you could do for ETA right now is to be the best flight attendant ever. We don't need you coming over here grabbing bags, trying to be a grounds crew. Right. We don't need you trying to figure stuff out and being an air traffic control. We don't need you to be like, yo, C, you need somebody to sit next to you while you driving this plane. E, love you to life. Get your butt back in that cockpit. Go back and forth.
And
make
serve
sure
them shortbread cookies.
You feel me? Get them shortbread cookies served. Flat out. I'm just being real, Ma. And there are some people who feel like the shortbread ain't enough. You feel me? Like, I don't feel good about myself if I'm just doing that. Or I want to be in the cockpit because I want to prove I'm a leader too. Or I want to help with the systems because I want to prove I'm a systems person too. Sometimes, y'all, the best thing you could do is figure out what the expectations are and do exactly what the expectations tell you to do. Nothing more, nothing less. That's that second group.
More.
Oh, no, bro. I'm over here taking notes, man.
Is there a third group?
Yeah, Ma just talked about
that was the third group.
That was the third group. Ma talked about you are at a place where you know what you want. You want to sit with your wife, and you put in. Listen to me. You put in the work where you've done more than what you're supposed to do in the earth, and now you don't have to stand in line. Don't look at C walking through the line and not have to stand in line. How you get to just walk through the line? You've done enough on the earth. You planted enough seeds. You've bought enough properties. You've taught enough people how to build those properties. You put one of the more prolific speakers stuff on YouTube and spread that joker so people could just have access to it at the crib. There's certain benefits you're going to get. But don't look for extraordinary benefits when you have not done extraordinary work.
So I want to go back to being, congruent, right? We laughed about being incongruent. So how do you know? How do you know, E, if you say, all right, cool, this is what I want to make, this is what I want to do for my family? How do you measure that? Like the level of output or the level of value that you bring? Like, how do you know, like for somebody who says, okay, E, I'm with you. I want to make that $250,000. Like, that's my goal. Like, how do you measure what that output looks like, and how do I know if I'm hitting that particular? Because the salary may not. There was, and I say this to say, there was a time where our work ethic and our output definitely didn't match our income. Right. We should have been trillionaires. How he had us working, and we were broke. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, how do I know if my level of output? Because now eventually it started to go like this, and then water eventually finds its level, right? And I think at some point we did find our level where, oh, okay, now we're being compensated with the way in which we're working. Yeah. But somebody out there, E, may be us back in the day saying, yo, I'm putting in that work. I'm grinding like this. Yeah. I'm still not seeing that 250, 500 you're talking about.
Yeah, so for me, let me just tell you how I did it. I had an opportunity, and you don't have to sit with people. So don't go, E got to sit with him. Don't do that. I got an opportunity to go to Orlando. Carl was with me and sit with Les Brown. And I believe the reason why I got to sit with Les Brown is the water was leveling. And one of the greats had an opportunity to see me and go, yeah, you got the traits and the characteristics of the greats. And so I was able to sit down with him, and he began to explain to me, this is how much you should charge. This is why you should charge this amount, right? These are the things that you have to do. And I was like, all right, I got it. You want to be in real estate. We so sweet in 2021. You could just go look at Maul's course. You don't even got to sit down with Jamal. Everybody want to talk to Jamal. Can I be honest with you? Somebody that I love greatly the other day was like, I want to talk to Jamal. I was like, all right, you can call him if you want to. Call him. But if I was you, I'd talk to April. I'm just being real. I was like, I ain't trying to be funny. Yeah. But if I had a choice between the two, CJ got Maul all over the world. April at the crib. April at the crib. April. I know exactly where she is. I'm just being real. I'm not trying to be funny, Maul. I know where she is. She ain't traveling all over the world. I can tell you exactly where she is. Maul got 50 million people calling his phone. I bet you I could call her and she gonna pick up right now. So what I'm saying to you is that whatever it is you're trying to do, and don't you sit here and tell me ain't nobody on the earth doing what I'm doing. Don't you sit here and say that. That's a lie. Now, it might be a hybrid. You might have to look at 2 or 3 different people and their work history to figure it out. You may not find one exact person, but you ain't doing nothing in the earth that nobody else has ever done. Don't make sense. So for me, it was Les Brown. For C, it was studying other motivational speakers in the industry and figuring out what they were doing great and what we weren't doing. So
what point did you feel like, because I feel like this when I look at, and again, y'all, all we can do is just go off our own stuff. That's why y'all listen to this podcast. We ain't got nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to draw like from other people's stuff. But I guess, E, from your standpoint, I feel like there was a while there where you were probably like the best in the world, right, Carl? And people were knowing it again, but the money didn't match. Do you remember the moment where you started to feel like, okay, the paper is catching up to my greatness?
This may sound funny.
Because it could be messed up. Like it's not a lot of industries like that, right? LeBron, the best in the world, he getting paid like it. You know what I'm saying? Off rip. You were the best in the world, but we had cats who was making 10 times more than you at a time when you were the best in the world.
Here's how I knew the money. This is how I knew I'm about to get paid. I got the rubric, Ma. We was working without a rubric, Ma. We were just working hard. We had no rubric. When Les gave me the rubric, I went home and was like, yo, what we missing, man, R.I.P. Chris Daniels. Bro, when I got the rubric and then Chris gave me the assessment, I looked at the assessment, Mo, and was like, we got the D, we got the I, we got the S. We don't got a C. Bruh, it was that moment I knew it don't have nothing. When Les gave me, I realized it don't have nothing to do with your speaking. It don't have nothing to do with your speaking. You don't have a process where people could get to you. Yep. It don't matter if you're the best in the world. They have no way of getting to you. They don't even know how much to charge. They ain't even got a system. Once I knew, listen to me, Maul, I didn't even have a system in place. But it was almost like running a route and you made a move and you juke my man, but the quarterback didn't throw to you. Bruh, okay, so I know this ain't organized football, Maul. I know this ain't organized. This just me and Bob them playing, you know what I'm saying, high school. We out in the park 7-on-7, right? I'll never forget, I made, it was two, Maul. It was one, I'm talking about you run hard, stop, turn around.
Boom.
Bob was like, got it. Bro, I swear. Bob was like, got it. Another one where I run, fake it like I was running, spin, get the ball from Bob like I was at flea foot. Bro, we would do it we ran that play every time. Now, did the play work every time? No, but we knew, Maul, we gonna get at least 14 points off of this play. Once Chris gave me the assessment and I was able to go, see, me, Carl, we've been killing the game, and we ain't even we've been out here playing with 4 players.
No website.
We,
you know what I'm saying?
No
football right. With no website.
Bruh, and Mom,
I'm like, why can't we get booked? I'm like, is something going wrong?
Bruh,
we ain't had no website,
everything I love, I would see white male CEOs or high-level dudes in the mall, and they go, airport, love you, bruh. Video's fire. But I can't get in contact with you. I can't reach you.
And when they did, Hillary Clinton.
I don't want to get into it more, but somebody deleted emails, Mom. Mom, it's real. We couldn't keep up with the volume.
100,000.
Once we opened it up, Mom, we couldn't keep up with the volume. And somebody couldn't work that hard, so they just started deleting emails.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's all good, though. Hey, so I'm just saying, for me, once I got the rubric and I knew more what was missing, we got Moose in place. We got Preach in place.
Okay, but that's you went too far. I want you to go back to when you start getting paid on that level. You was getting paid on that level before the assessment came about. I'm talking about
not like that.
No, nah. Yeah. Maybe not like corporately like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying, but still, there was a time when, like, I'm talking about, because again, I think most people obviously aren't to the level financially you're talking about. I'm talking about go back to
what, 10 grand?
6 figures.
Okay.
I'm saying as a speaker, like just flat out as a speaker, nothing to do with any of the other stuff. Like 6 figures as a speaker, like. Because again, y'all, you talk about the goalpost changing. He was like, "Yo, we once we save 6 figures, that was your thing." He was just always like, "Oh, cats telling me they want to make 6 figures. Now I'm hanging around cats that say they want to save 6 figures." Let me tell you something.
Now I'm hanging with Mo.
He'll jump off the top of the church if he saves 6. Right. So look, but I'm saying though, do you remember? And I want to go somewhere with this because I want people to understand. Do you remember? Like we put in a lot of work. Right, we put in a lot of work. Let me give you an example. Right, I want some try to make a comparison here. So I remember when we were doing the Advantage, I told I was like, man, we need a new DJ. Like I was just playing stuff off my phone or what have you. Right, you remember this Yeah. And I was like, yo, one of my boys, he live in Lansing. He a DJ. He wasn't the greatest, but he was a
DJ.
Yeah, he's a DJ. So Marl, I told my man, yo, the university is slow with how they pay. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it is, but like. It's one of them situations where, like, you got to turn in all this paperwork, you know, and then it's like you got to actually do the work, then submit the invoice. Then if you're not in the system, you a couple weeks behind, what have you, right? And so I remember I told him this on the front end. I was like, dog, you might be a couple sessions in. You know, we doing this weekly. So the money is going to come later. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's going to come. I'm running it through the university, like, they're going to pay it, but I just know it's slow. Now, I've been with the university for a minute, so I know how slow it is. And so, Maul, it was oh, yeah, I'm all good. Nah, I'm straight. Like, I come through, you know what I'm saying? Y'all good. I trust y'all. All right, cool. First week goes by. He didn't say nothing. Second week come. And before he comes, he called me like, yo, I'm about to bring my stuff through, but where that check at? And I was like, bruh. I was like, oh, remember I was telling, oh, yeah, that's my bad. I forgot. I'm like, it should be in a couple weeks, though. My man comes through, DJ's the second week, third week coming up. Now, again, I told you it could be a month to 6 weeks before you get that check, and you was cool with it. Now here come the third one. He called me before he's about to come, like, yo, where the check at? I'm like, bruh, I tried to tell you the check is coming.
Right.
And he was like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to do it no more. Like, yo, y'all trying to hustle me. And he never came back. What I'm trying to show y'all is a lot of times the work comes before there's
always.
a lag with the check
all the time.
But there's a lag with the check.
Yep.
And so there might be a while where you working, and you look up and you like, yo, where is that? Like, had my man stayed there, what happens is after 6 weeks, once it caught up,
Boom.
then they pay bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
You'd have been bi-weekly just getting your check with no snags for the next however long. But
Well, ask the white that's DJ for us. He getting every event we do, he there getting the
for
check.
sure. I'm just right. And I'm
You feel
saying,
me?
had my man been building with us,
He could have been on
not to
every
mention what we
event
could have
now.
done with your brand and all of those other things, but because you're short-sighted and because you don't know what it looks like. And so, that's why I'm trying to ask you to explain when all of the work we did sitting in the office, staying up there till 8, 9 o'clock at night, getting up super early in the morning, beating everybody up to the work, to the job place, driving to New York, driving to Ohio, doing crazy gigs and crazy schools for a little bit of bread, renting Hyundai Sonatas, me and you driving through the mountains, doggone, you had me up there eating vegan food, just all kind of stupid stuff. Like,
And he's not saying to you vegans out there that vegan is stupid stuff. That's not what he's saying. You know what I'm saying, Mo? We have a big protest, a vegan outbreak protest.
with the exception of Carl parents, yes, I am. No, I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my vegan folks. But no, I'm just saying. So, bro, we did all of that. I'm talking about on a reg. And again, some people always ask, and this might not have nothing to do with nothing, but I thought I'd share. Like, yo, what was E? Like, you know, E always try to be like, oh, C was in charge and C was whatever. And I might have been making some decisions. But the most genius thing E ever did was just keep us active. Like it was. So I told somebody.
100%.
But I told somebody the other day, and don't let me forget where I'm going. I want you to go back to the money thing.
Yeah, I got you.
But I told somebody the other day, like, I had a coach named Coach Brown when we were coming up hooping, right? And he was one of them coaches, Carl, you didn't really play AAU like that. You was overseas. But, like, he would just find tournaments for us every weekend. So, like, bro, like, literally, like, we would practice all through the week, and then it'd be like the weekend, and he'll be like, oh, it's a run in Detroit. We can go to, and he signed us up, and he just kept us active. Like, we were just doing something. And that's kind of the same thing E did. Like, we could be, like, if this was back in 2007, Carl, 2008, we'll be sitting right here, and E would just be on his phone texting, like, all right, cool, we good. We going up the Riddle. It's elementary school. Like, to do what? Like, I don't know. Let's go. And so we stayed active, and that's one of the things that I think people get beat by is you sit there and you passive and it's not happening, but it was the activity that allowed us to get to this level. But it was a lot of activity with a little bit of pay, if any. And so when did all of that work, right, your tail, if you will, right? You got the tail, to, you know, when did that start to go, oh, I remember when, you know, we got this check or that check, and it felt like, okay, now I'm seeing the congruency.
No question. Yeah, Mark, can I ask you a quick question, though?
Yep.
Why do you still live in Chicago?
Why do I still live in Chicago?
Yeah, why do you still live in the city of Chicago?
Specifically in January.
And why do you still live in the city of Chicago? And why do you still live in Chicago proper?
Yeah, I would say because one thing, I created a kingdom here in Chicago. So when you talk about business-wise, I got a lot of businesses going on. I got a lot of stuff in Chicago. And then the type of home that we've created for ourselves, you know, we was just in Miami. And if you take out the wintertime of Chicago, my house is a resort like you would find in Miami or you would find in one of those other places. So I created an oasis in Chicago. But for the most part, we got a support system here right now. And like I said, our business, the things that we
who's
got.
your
Not
support
saying that we're
system?
not going to get another house because we are getting. Me and Sue was actually
But I'm
looking
saying
in
who's
Fort
your other
Lauderdale, of
support
course,
system?
California. So we are looking to have another house, but we always keep the house we got in Chicago.
Yeah. When you say support system, what do you mean by support system?
Support the system that we put together, not just family. I'm talking about even business wise.
I love it.
You know, the managers we got in place, employees we got in place. I got a whole crew of people that manage my house, like my actual house, come in the house, fix things. They got keys to the house, the pool people, the housekeeper we got. I mean, we just have a whole support system, including family.
So watch this. So I always knew we was winning from the beginning. And the reason why I knew we was winning from the beginning, more, I'm gonna talk about the shift, is because I actually work with, because you can't necessarily hired if you ain't giving no big checks. You can't use the word hired, right? But I actually recruited the people that I recruited whether I recruited good or bad. I actually always recruited people who exactly what you just said, Ma. CJ never had a dream of a Bentley. Carl never dreamed of a Bentley. I always recruited people who were happy with eating dinner with their family, spending time with their family. I never recruited nobody who wanted to blow up. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to put that pressure on myself. Mm-hmm. I recruited people who I knew did what they did because they would do it for free. Yep. And they did do it for free, right? And so even though C might be like, I work for free, that's why I chose them. Because I didn't want to pick nobody that I would have to hire, and then now they stressing me for
and I got to pay them.
Right, I got to pay them.
I don't want to hire nobody, I got to pay.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Where they do that at?
And you know why? Because I knew, Maul, it's like you buying a building and you got overhead. All the companies that blow up are the companies that had no overhead. We ain't never had no building. We didn't get no building, bro, until we had money to, we got this building when we, the staff members, could pay for it. Yep. I knew he paying Todd, they pay, and I know what Todd they paying. Because I know how much they getting paid. We got, as a business, we got to put money to the side. So, Maul, we always won because they always made the work.
Yep.
And I never had to worry about them wanting to fly first class, being no jet. And I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just saying from a business standpoint, I knew I was with people who love their families. Yep. So they would have a great time if we just did a family activity. You feel me? So, bro, I always knew we was going to blow up. We had no overhead. We wasn't doing nothing but looking out for people and taking care of people. I always knew. But here's how I knew. Yup, we about to blow up. When we started getting entertainers, you feel me? I knew when they may not have sent no money, but when Tyrese called me like, I need you to come on the set of Transformers or Fast and Furious, I was like, yep, we there now. I'm just like, we there now. I didn't
Mark
go.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg hit us up. I already knew. Like, they hitting us up. I already knew the deal. I'm like, yep, we on our way. Reggie Bush, even though I know he be tripping because you know what I'm saying, that's still my guy. He be tripping. But when Reggie Bush called me at the office, I knew. Diddy called me. I knew. Diddy called. I knew. Like, y'all got to hear what I'm saying. And don't take this the wrong way. See, of the 100, let's just say, dudes that I look up to, I looked up to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? This is when I was growing up with Reggie Bush, USC. I looked up Tyrese.
Fast and Furious.
No.
Baby boy.
Baby boy. Come on, bro. Like, that. My wife was the one that told me.
He lived that.
Yeah, you feel me? My wife was like, did you see Baby
away.
Boy? I'm like, no, I didn't, but I got to go check that out. Of all the people that called me, how many did I stop working and go hang out with?
Oh, zero. I told, yeah. I told somebody the other day, I'm like, man, he'd have been invited some places and be like, no, I'm good.
And it's not that I don't look up to them, or it's not that I didn't want to go, Ma. Right. You don't think I wanted to go on the set of the Fast and Furious? But I was working with a group of students I'm trying to get through Michigan State. So I can't leave my hustle to go spend some time with somebody else's hustle. Yeah. That's their hustle. Did he work for what he got? Everybody that called me, Reggie Bush was killing it in college. He worked to get that Super Bowl with the Saints. Bruh, I couldn't leave C and them to go, and then there were some people that we were in their space working, and they was like, you can't have C and train. I'm like, what? Well, then I can't go if I can't have C and train. I can't be there. You invite me, but you ain't inviting them. So I always knew when I got them that they weren't Hollywood. and they weren't gonna put no stress on me, and they was gonna make the work.
Yep.
You feel me? The priorities was always gonna be work. But just being real, when the big boys started calling me and they started acknowledging my work, now listen to me, for those of you who are listening, look, like I said, mad respect for Diddy. When Diddy called me and was like, yo, E, I want you to holler at my son, I stopped, dropped, and rolled. He was playing for UCLA. I stopped, dropped, and rolled. Matter of fact, I did go visit him while he was in college. You feel me? I never went to Diddy crib or nothing like that, but I did look out for his son. Why? Because I know as a father, I need you to look out for my son more than I need you hanging out necessarily with me. You feel me? So I knew, though, when dudes like Diddy, who have accomplished something, was calling saying, hey, E, we see you out here, I was like, yo, C, let's go. Now, I didn't make that we there. I didn't make those phone calls say we were there, because even though I was getting the phone calls and they were showing me mad love, Steve Harvey hit me up. E, I need you to come and do something for my youth. Or E, we going on a Memorial Day trip. We want you to come. Bruh, I knew Steve ain't calling me if I ain't, whatever. Yeah. But I knew that Steve's call wasn't the check, Maul. Mm-hmm. I knew that Steve's call was, oh, you're getting warmer. You remember the game? Mm-hmm. You're getting warm. You're getting warm. You're getting warm. It's hot. It's hot. Bam. And so I had much respect when the people that I watched on TV, I listened to them. I went to the movies and saw them. I watched their football games on Saturday, on Sunday. When those people called me, I knew. Then when we start getting the calls with the checks, Thomas Davis, AE, I'm gonna need you out here with the Carolina Panthers. Coach, the team don't necessarily know who you are, meaning the organization don't know who you are, but boom, here go a check. When my boy Caleb Thornhill called, E, I need you to come do the Dolphin, and I started getting that check. Under Armour, Nike. I was like, ooh, when I started doing work with Nike and I'm what's the All-Star games, and I'm getting to do community work and spend some time with AD, and they giving me the shoes and right. I'm like, see, we there now. And not this small. We there and we need to go hang out with celebrities. Right. No, we there and y'all need to get y'all butt to work. Instead of getting to work at 8, y'all need to get y'all butt here at 7 now. Because the world is acknowledging who we are. Guess what time it is? It's time for us to go harder than we've ever gone before.
Yep. I just keep thinking he was actually a pretty smart pimp for us. Right, he just pimped the heck out of her. Yep. No, but he knew it was like strategic pimping. No.
Strategic pimping.
Strategic
pimping ain't easy, boy. But somebody got to do it. It ain't easy, boy. But somebody got to do it, Ma.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and you know what I'm thinking as you sitting there talking about that, not only did those opportunities come from the work, we fully executed off of those opportunities. You just said Carolina Panthers and Miami Dolphins. Bro, do you know the videos that came out of both of them?
Yeah.
Like, what's your why came out of Miami Dolphins? So not only did we work to get the opportunity, we fully executed the back end of that opportunity. Shout out to a couple of them, y'all big time corporate companies out there that stole the what's your why? You owe us a couple dollars.
You owe us a couple dollars. I think a lot of people, man, they're not willing to put in that discipline, that commitment.
They know they robbed us. They know they robbed us.
I'm talking about right away.
They took those videos and made all kind of big companies. Took them and ran with it, Ma. Didn't even call your boy and go, hey, here go a couple dollars for it.
At all.
That's all good, though. We came up with more. That's what happened when you work. When you work, you ain't got to whine. You work your way out of it. We worked our way into it, and we worked our way out of it, bro. Yep.
Go ahead, Ma.
No, I was just saying, dog, most people wouldn't even get to that level, bro. I talk to people, man, all day long, and even when you look at real estate, they not, in the beginning, you're not going to make money like that in the beginning. You know, you're going through that construction phase. You're going through the renovation period. And during the renovation period, you're spending money. You know, you're putting in that work. You're spending money, time, energy, effort. You're spending everything. But yet, I'm like, look, for this short period of time, you know, you do it right, you're going to get that reward that will last a lifetime. But most people not willing to put in that discipline and that commitment, you know, but, you know, that's why they don't get that reward that you're talking about.
Yes, sir. And if you want a reward for yourself, start taking Organifi, all right? ORGANIFI.com, promo code success, all right? Organifi.com. Make sure y'all go rock with them, man. The title sponsor of this podcast been rocking with us for a grip. The Superfood Green Juice Powder, keeping you powered up throughout your day. What was I going to say? Oh, Phenomenal Life Y'all better join. He just called an audible, y'all. He just called an audible on us. He just shut down Punta Cana. He shut it down.
Oh, shut it down.
Yeah, he shut it down. Listen, and look, this will tell y'all, you need to get your tickets. Listen, do not play with it. Y'all going to be, this next year, this time, you're going to be ready to take a vacation, all right? So don't play with it. You need to go to phenomenallife2022.com. Now you're saying, what do you mean he shut it down? He shut down Punta Cana and said, listen, Incongruent was so fire, we not going nowhere inferior to that. We're going back to Incongruent. Oh, no.
Excursion.
No. It was the best resort I ever been to in my life.
Hands down.
And Maul been to 600 resorts. And he's saying it's the best. Listen, man. So he was like, dog, why are we just run it back, bro? That was incredible. So the excursions, the food, the service, next level. They opening a whole brand new part of the resort. So it's gonna be insane. So go to phenomenallife2022.com. I believe the tickets are still buy one get one free. So if you got a friend, y'all go in on it. Boom, you good to go. And we'll see you Phenomenal Life 2022. Mar, what's going on with Make Real Estate Real, bro?
Closing deals, dog. People are closing deals. It's crazy because in the beginning, just like what this whole podcast was about, in the beginning, that's the work period. And people are just now learning about how to do real estate, how to become a successful real estate investor. Then you got the next phase where now they're no longer learning, but now they are getting in the game. But that part of the phase, that part of the process is probably the hardest part because now people spending money, they not seeing a return. But now we in that third part now, People are now starting to see the results. They starting to see the returns of all the information and the hard work that they've been putting in. So it's like every day, somebody closing on the property, selling the property, realizing a dream, cash flowing off their properties. So man, it's just crazy. We changing the world, man.
MakeRealEstateReal.com. Go there right now. Check it out. Carl, Solo Creator Pro. What we doing?
Yes, sir. On the first Wednesday of next month, man, we got this masterclass that Jose is doing on Canva. And for those of you that don't know, like, if you look at all our thumbnails on YouTube, they all made in Canva. Like, they're not even Photoshop. Like, you got to get like a degree to go into Photoshop. Right. So I'm saying we're bringing it to you. Jose's got like I think he said 3 hours. I'm saying if y'all don't have all that time, we're going to get you to record him. But a 3-hour masterclass just going through everything that we've ever done in Canva. So you do not want to miss that. Website is solocreatorpro.com/Canva.
Is that the same stuff that y'all use for my videos that go viral, or is that something different?
Oh, it's the same stuff. Oh. Yeah, we ain't teach you nothing that we're not using.
Oh, you know what I'm saying, Mo? I just want to know.
Yeah,
is it the stuff that blew me up?
And then for a small fee, I'll teach you how to speak like E.
Oh, there it is. There it goes.
For a small fee. What was I gonna say? E, you how you enjoying Michigan, man? You missing your house out?
No, not at all. Ma, what's so crazy? I ain't even checked the alarm system or the cameras to see what's going on.
Back coastal.
I'm back here. The thing I love about Michigan is all my people are here. And then I wouldn't have left, bro, if it wasn't for this doggone weather. If it wasn't for January, February, March, April,
keep going, man.
Summer, May. You feel me, Mom? If it wasn't for that, I promise you, Didi like here better. We all love Michigan, man. Michigan is a phenomenal place, phenomenal people.
So let me get the keys to the West Coast.
No doubt.
You enjoy it here. Let me head on out there since y'all ain't really feeling it like that.
You feel me?
They are getting the pool done, though, right?
Yeah, the pool is. We are
is it underway.
HOA,
have they started digging?
I'm sorry. I don't know. We'll find out next one. Because last week he had to pull the permit for. I thought once HOA said yeah, that meant that they gave him the pool permit. But apparently you still got to go get the pool permit. So he said it'd take him about a week. So he should be digging. But I want to say this to everybody that prayed with me because it was taking forever. I forgot to tell you, HOA approved. You
solicited the prayer warriors for the build out of the pool?
Hey,
let's go.
And I questioned some of them. It took almost a year. Y'all better get your prayer stuff
come on.
up. Yeah, but
come on.
God released it. I'm teasing. There were some other things that were way more important that the Lord took care of.
Of course.
So, but yeah, we should be getting started more. So by our anniversary, August 23rd, our 31st anniversary. We should be we should have family coming to the pool celebrating with us. Yeah, 31st anniversary. Yeah.
Y'all got to be the youngest couple with the most years on ever.
Wow.
Like if you looked at E and D and said they've been married 31 years, you'd be like, get out of here.
We have. I know I didn't drove her crazy, but
Yeah.
she looking older than me, Ma. Hey, Ma. Hey, Ma. Hey, watch this, Ma.
Edit.
Hey,
Right, please,
Hey,
edit.
Ma. Hey, Ma. We went to a
watch it.
Macy's once, right?
Oh, yeah. Did he call me right after?
We went to Macy's and the lady was like, you should carry your mother's bags more. I was like, hey. I was like, yo, Mom. Let me get that bag real quick.
And some gas money.
Then he was pissed. Hey, the manager came over and the manager was
I almost said
pissed.
bring your voice down because I can see
she
Didi
can
right
see
now.
over there.
Listen,
The
he
manager
called
was
me
pissed.
immediately.
There she go right there,
Mother
y'all.
Dilsey.
She done came out. She done
Mother
came out.
Hey, man.
She has been summoned, Ma.
And as always, man, listen, join us for church virtually every Saturday, 11 Eastern Standard Time, A Place of Change Ministries. You can find it on Facebook and streaming live. Listen, man, if y'all missing these sermons, I feel bad for you, bro. I told you. I called E the other day, and now, you know, we don't really do, me and E don't do like compliments a lot. Like, E don't never call me and be like, oh, see, that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? That's just not our thing. I called him the other day like, bruh, these sermons on another level. So, again, man, just good vibes, good energy, man. Get your energy back. Get your vibes back, man. You know, the COVID thing, a lot of y'all got down. You got depressed. He talked about that the other day. Man, it's like, dog, these sermons are giving life, dog, and it's bringing people up. And, man, just put it in your spirit. Even if you ain't never gone to church, just flick on your phone and click the link and just listen, man.
And if that's too much, we got the podcast coming for y'all, too. The podcast is out. We just kept it quiet to make sure we got everything flowing.
Yep.
So you can get all the sermons. Now, we a couple weeks behind from where E is live, but we going to get them all. You can just log in.
You
APOC, my bad. APOC Ministry. APOC Ministry is the name of the podcast. No, actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. It is. I'm listening to the website.
Yeah, where's our C?
We got that S.
Hey, look,
he got most of it.
Oh, no,
He
I
got
was right. So, no, I just have to make sure it's the ministries. I know we've been going back and forth. It's APOC Ministries.
Oh, yeah. We got the new cover and everything.
Got it.
Yep.
Go
So
check
make
it
sure y'all
out.
check that out.
Put it up on the screen for me, Isaiah.
Yeah. We'll put it up there. Oh, no, that's dope. We got all the sermons. Let me see this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, who naming them? Y'all didn't call me to name them.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Me and Jamie.
I see 4 stewardships in a row. Part 1, 2, 3. This ain't gonna work.
And Jamie getting
All
to
right.
work.
I need to call
help
my
us
wife
out.
and tell her to set me up on one of these church meetings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all, Ma. Nah, see, Ma, he don't want to be another meeting this time to tell folks what to do.
Yeah.
We've been meeting for about 4 years, Ma.
Okay, yeah, no, I got to step back in. But anyway, anybody got anything else? We good?
Oh,
All right, we out of here. We love you. Appreciate you listening. Go leave us a review on iTunes. We'll see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity